going on YouTube? So today I'm back with another video, and today I'm gonna be doing a updated Q&A. I don't even remember the last time I did an updated Q&A. A lot of things in my life has changed, so I just wanted to give you guys a little update on how my life has been and just the amazing changes I've made to my life, the amazing changes that God has made into my life. Yeah, I don't want to make this intro too long. I'm about to give y'all some tea, spit out some facts, some wisdom, and overall just answer your questions about my life. So without further ado, let's get on to the video. So I asked you guys on Instagram to just ask for either advice or ask about me, my life, my journey, sex, drama, school, whatever you guys want to ask me about, because you guys know I'm pretty transparent. So I'm just gonna read from the list that we have. So the first question was, piece of advice you wish you were told sooner. So this one, I'm not even gonna lie, like I had like a whole other answer that I'm probably gonna crop out. And of course, I feel like one of the biggest pieces I wish I listened to earlier was just taking God more serious. But I really want to say another answer, which I feel like just ties in perfectly, is peace. To protect your peace. And I think this is just such a good answer for me because of how I feel my life has played out through my teenage, my young adult. I'm 20 years old, by the way, so yeah, I've been such a chaotic, crazy, I really don't like to use these words, but you know, I was just a very like impulsive person, or I was always giving myself to people that probably shouldn't deserve it, just stuff like that. So I feel like protecting my peace is so important. And when you look in the Bible, the way God actually wants us to protect our peace, like it's such a beautiful thing, and I feel like I understand it way better now. And I just wish I would have did that for my younger self instead of always worrying about other people or how they feel. And don't get me wrong, I'm a very empathetic person, and I feel like I will always continue to be like that. I genuinely feel like that's one of the gifts that God has given me. But to have peace in a storm, to have peace in a situation that maybe you think you can't overcome, is truly amazing. All right, so the next question was, how long did your transformation take and how did spirituality help? So how long did my transformation take? So I'm gonna give you guys like not really a testimony, but basically like starting since 2nd grade, I went to Catholic school, right? I think my dad took me out after like 2 years because my mom was Catholic and my dad is Christian. So I went to Catholic school for a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, I was raised in a church. Majority though of that like church life was in a Spanish church, and if you guys know me, no habla español mucho, like I don't give. So I literally never paid attention, like I can't lie, I didn't know one speck of word they did. When I was little and I went to like the youth groups and stuff like that, I understood that. Then when I was old enough, around like 11, 12, and they kicked me out, never paid attention after that. And then we stopped going, I moved upstate, didn't go to church, COVID, so like that's kind of my life. So I guess you can say I was a church girl, and I am grateful for that foundation, even though I didn't use it wisely. So I did have a little bit of a backbone. Oh, and I went to Bible camp. That saved me. That is what made my journey my own. Bible camp, because it was English. Pine Bush Bible Camp, yeah, better apply. So yeah, I've always had a background. I always knew of God. I always had love for God. So I'm so grateful, because I know not everyone's testimony is the same. But yeah, so I always had a little bit of that. I think by transformation, what you guys are seeing now, which is the expand of 2 months, because this is the first time I was saved. And I could truly say that, like when I was younger, but definitely I was not living for God, if that makes sense. Like I was not living for God whatsoever. I smoked, I had sex, I've done a lot of things, right? I'm in college, so imagine, right? I'm a junior in college, and with only in these 2 months I've really started giving myself to Christ. So put that in perspective, right? And I love this question, but at the same time it's like, when did the transformation start? So I would say 2 months ago, but has it even ended? Not even close, because I'm still a beginner Christian. I'm still making mistakes. I'm still tempted, like, you know what I'm trying to say? So I'm still going through the transformation, and even then I don't even like to really look at it like that. Like I'm just going in my walk of faith, however that leads me. Where do you hope to see yourself by the end of 2022? Okay, this is an amazing question. By the way, I feel a little emotional during this video. I'm always emotional, but bear with me. So by the end of 2020, I definitely see my life different, and I think I'm emotional because I just did a prayer request with someone in my church, and like in the middle of the prayer they were like, I could feel you giving up, and I went into like tears. I was like, oh Lord, scare me, Jesus. And they were like, but you can't, because literally in a few months like your life is gonna change. And I genuinely felt that. Like I knew that, if it makes sense. Like while hearing it, like I broke down because I felt that from the Lord as well. But I kind of needed someone to like, you know, like kind of, I don't even know the word. But so by the end of 2022, I see myself starting this new project that I want to on YouTube. I kind of mentioned to you guys I wanted to start a second YouTube channel and like 2 videos ago in my entering 2022 video. So yeah, I don't really want to say too much on that. I see that though, you know, prospering. I see myself mentally just getting better, and most importantly I see my spiritual self with the Lord getting better, and my faith and like my self-discipline, because I have been going through so much spiritual warfare right now. Like it is so hard, y'all. Like I'm going through it, but like I said, the peace though that I still have during that, and the love and the comfort that I do get from God, I know it is worth it. All right, so the next one was, are you waiting till marriage? Y'all just going for the nitty gritty, huh? Yes, I am waiting till marriage. It's very hard. Yo, Lord knows my testimony is hard, y'all. Definitely I can't wait to share my testimony with you guys. And I think a lot of you who've been following me, especially my Instagram and stuff, I was a very pessimistic. I'm a very sexual person. Even to this day, I don't think there's nothing wrong, in my opinion, about being a sexual person. But I do now obviously believe that should only be between husband and wife. And yeah, I am waiting till marriage. It has been very hard. I have slipped up, whether it was masturbating or just lust in general. But you know, I'm just letting the Lord work on me. Like I have had such bad controlling issues, and I think I came to the point where it's like, Lord, work on me, use me, like play refiner by like, you know, I'm like, yo, take it, like, you know what I'm trying to say. So yeah, and I just see sex so differently. I see marriage, I mean, I've always been a marriage person, don't get it twisted. I don't want to make it look like I just be doing anything with anyone. I've always been a marriage person. Like even before I was like Christian, like marriage and sex I hold probably more than like the average person. And I'm really glad, because unfortunately it wasn't even for God. I'm just very like a hopeless romantic. I think like sex and the first time and marriage, and like I was just really like that, you get what I'm saying? But now like when you read it in the word and you can see like God's purpose and why he savors it, and like soul ties, and like, oh my gosh, like child, like I literally wouldn't have it any other way. So yes, I'm waiting till marriage. It is hard, but I truly feel like I know it will be worth it. Not I believe, I know it will be worth it, and I know God has a purpose. And yeah, so the next question is, do you feel shame that you're waiting till marriage and not a virgin? Oh my gosh. Damn. Oh my Lord. Goodness. Okay, I'm gonna try not to get emotional. Are we gonna cry again? So I definitely have felt the spark of shame, but I know, and thank God I learned it very early, and from like sermons I would watch, and like, you know, different things like that. I know that's a technique from the devil, and so I do feel shameful, and I do sometimes, like every other person, it's like, okay, like how is my, you know, future husband gonna feel about this, that I've already had sex before marriage? And you know, I would just hope that they would have grace and, you know, handle it like Jesus would. Grace is a big thing. And yeah, I don't really feel shame, because I know God does everything for a reason, and I'm learning through my mistakes. I'm trying to not make those same mistakes, and that's all I could really do at this point in my journey. So yeah, and I really want to encourage that. I honestly want to make this a whole different video, so I'm not going to go too much into it. But girls, do not feel shameful. Don't feel like, oh, I really did it, so no man's gonna ever love me or want to marry me. That is false, okay? Also too, like, you might end up being with a man that's done it too, you know what I'm trying to say? So, and if not, hopefully he has grace and you guys can overcome that. So this next question, I really like this question, is what made you want to start a new journey? Like I said before, this isn't really new. I'm just actually going harder in it and actually putting in the work to it. Do you get what I'm saying? So what made me want to start was I don't know, I've always wanted to be better with the Lord, and I feel like Bible camp definitely did that for me. But it would just be like that summer, and then you go into the real world and everything is out the window. I was slacking in school. I was depressed a lot. I was a lot of things, child. Okay, I'll give you a full testimony maybe in a different video, but I wasn't feeling it. And I would try to like get these little devotionals, and here and there I'll do it, or here and there I'll do it. And then there was like a season where I was just like, yo, like I'm tired. I got out of a relationship, and I was like this is what I want. Like, and I was just, so many sermons were popping up on YouTube. Like, it's just crazy how God will put the signs in front of your face. You just have to connect them. And I was like, nah, like I want to take this serious. Like, and even the little things I would do, like whether it was like a devotional or a sermon during that time, and I think throughout my whole life I was noticing it, the times that I was always trying to focus on God was the happiest and the most peace I've ever experienced. Like I said, whether it was 10 minutes, whether it was a week in Bible camp, I genuinely felt peace and comfort that I've never felt before in my life. And so I think that's what made me want to go a little more hardcore. And I had the time, and I was going through a lot of emotions, a lot of heartache, and I was like, Lord, like just help me out and help me like get closer to you and like want to read the word and want to do these certain things. So I definitely feel like that's what helped me. So yeah. So the next question is, are you in a relationship? As I'm in a relationship with me and the Lord. We're for lifers. For lifers. Oh yeah, so nosy. So the next question is, how do you deal with horniness? Child, I'm still trying to figure that out. Put the verses in the comments, in the description. All right, so the next question is, how can you tell when two people are ready to be in a relationship? I love this question. So I feel like this is something I'm still currently learning about and kind of just like asking the Lord to help me with. I think just as a basic answer that you guys are on the same path. So for me personally, it would be like, are we both pursuing God? Do we have the same morals? Because I think nowadays we focus on a lot on like feelings or the chemistry that we have with the person, and that's really nice, but chemistry and lust and like feelings and stuff, that only lasts for so long. I always say like, love is not everything to a relationship, and it took me such a long time to really like understand that, because I'm really like what you call like a hopeless romantic. But yeah, I would definitely say make sure you guys are on the same path. Make sure when you guys were single, you guys dealt with certain things that you needed to deal with, whether it was like unhealed trauma or like toxic like exes or soul ties. Like, make sure you guys are setting yourself up for success and like a good foundation. And yeah, I feel like you know when you're supposed to be with someone, when you guys are working or pursuing the same path. And then personally, of course, if it's God-centered, but to each his own, you know what I mean? Tips for mental health. So I have a lot, but I feel like I would have to like think about them like a lot. I would say the first one is drink water. I feel like everyone always says that, but it's true, because I feel like drinking water, especially because like when I fasted, I like took away sugary drinks, coffee, juice. I saw a really big difference, and I promise you it will affect your mental health and your physical health. Another one is have a place just for you, a place that you consider your peaceful spot, where you, if it's like where you do your quiet time, where you read your Bible, or where you journal, or where you just like to like listen to music but you feel a sense of peace. I think that is so crucial for your mental health. Like, even if it's in your bathroom, if it's like a little nook in your room, like I really think having like a space for yourself and that you could feel really peaceful in is crucial. I would also say go to therapy, and I can make a whole video about this. Man or woman, I think everyone should invest in like a counselor or mentor if you really don't want to go to therapy. But therapy, I think we have a bad stigma on therapy. And therapy is so beneficial because you don't have to be crazy to go to therapy. You can literally just be wanting professional advice, or if you do like counseling or Christian counseling, get like, you know, wisdom out of it. I think suppressing your feelings is probably one of the worst things you can do for your mental health, and I feel like unless you really go through it, you don't really understand what I'm saying. But believe me, a lot of times that you're like, oh, I'm just like this because I'm like this, or I'm cold-hearted because that's just how I am. No, it's probably because for many years of your life you've been suppressing your feelings, and now you literally feel like you have a wall on your heart. The next question is goals you have for your religious journey. I love this question. Melanie sent me this question. Goals, I don't know, just to keep growing spiritually with the Lord. I want to read more of my Bible, so I'll literally just read a chapter of a book, like just a chapter, even if it's only like, there's some that only have maybe like a few verses, like 15 or 20 verses. So I definitely want to read, like start reading books. I do like chapters though, because like now I'm more into like studying, so like I'm not just reading a chapter and that's it. Like I'm actually like studying it. I want to reach to a month on my Bible app, like my streak. I want a month. I just did 9 days today, so we ain't too far, boo. And yeah, honestly, I don't know, I can't really pinpoint anything. I just want my love and my faith and my woman of godness to just elevate and elevate and elevate. Are you planning to dorm next year? Ciao. As of right now, no. I will do a different video about that. It might even be splashed in a vlog, so y'all better subscribe, okay? I have been thinking about it, especially with my journey and certain temptations, or just like sometimes the loneliness, or just there's a lot of reasons why I probably will not be dorming next year. So I still need to think about that. I definitely need to keep praying on it, because I haven't got a definite answer yet, and I want to make sure I have a definite answer, because this is most likely going to be my last year next year, because I'm going to be a senior. So child, I have a lot of things to think about. But yeah, right now it's like I don't know, but it's leaning towards a no. Okay, what's your biggest turn on now that you started your new journey? Turn on, and can I answer this? Honestly, y'all, I will say my attractions have definitely, what's the word, differentiate. I would just say the biggest thing is leadership qualities. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Leadership qualities and just knowing your word. I find that very attractive. So that's all I'm gonna give you guys for today. But yeah, guys, that's all I have for questions. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. It kind of felt fun to do this video. I definitely like see the changes in my answers that I have now compared to my other Q&As. So it's just different, but in a good way. So I really hope you guys enjoy the video, and I can't wait to do a part 2 of this. Make sure you guys are following me on my social medias. They're always in the description, so that way you guys can keep up with me and also ask me questions if you want to be nosy. So this is all I have for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.